The longest running racing championship in India is the Tyre National Racing Championship, and this year, after completing the first 2 rounds in Coimbatore, made its way to the Buddh International Circuit in Greater Noida for the penultimate 3rd round. And as in the first 2 rounds, things remained exciting with some close racing between the competitors in 3 different classes. But again, it was the Polo R Cup for the Volkswagen Polos which saw very close action and was keenly contested. As the light turned green for the first Polo R Cup race, 18 drivers on the grid made a beeline for the first corner, and it saw close action as places were swapped, and the lead changed hands many times during the first few laps. Polo Cup is one of the most hotly contested races in the championship, with drivers driving near identical machines, which are basically race-prepared versions of the stock Polo which we see on the roads. These machines have been given additional safety features like a full roll cage, slick tires for the race, and of course tuned to be driven hard. Polo Cup provides young and aspiring drivers an opportunity to hone their racing skills before graduating to full-fledged racing careers in more powerful and fast-paced cars. And Volkswagen, introducing the Polo Cup some years back, has really changed the racing scene in India, with a lot of upcoming drivers getting an opportunity to spend quality time behind the wheels of a racing car. As the drivers weaved in and out of the world-class Buddh circuit, which isn't easy to navigate even for seasoned drivers, it was Lee Keshav who went into the lead in this 8-lap race, and it was Lee who eventually finished as the winner, clocking a time of 20.03 seconds with the fastest lap of 2.30 minutes. He was followed by the driver from Poland, Wojciech Dest in 2nd place and Kartik Tharani in 3rd place. What separated the driver was split seconds as they raced to the finish line, bringing to an end an action-packed race 1 of the Polo R Cup. The Tyre National Racing Championship comprises of 3 categories of racing. In the open wheels category, there is the Formula LGB cars, which are the smallest, and the BMW Formula, which are the fastest machines. And in the sedan class, it is the Polo R Cup, which comprises of Volkswagen Polo cars. The next race was the fastest race of the day, comprising of the BMW Formula cars, which are capable of speeds of over 200 kilometers on the straights. And this is a category where many seasoned drivers fight it out before graduating to racing even more powerful cars. The BMW Formula is powered by a 2-liter BMW engine which basically comes out of a motorcycle, but it does manage to churn out 140 brake horsepower and looks like proper open-wheel racing cars with a well-balanced chassis which ensures that they corner very well. In the first race of round 3, it was Akhil Ravindra who had dominated and won the race. But now in race 2, it was the turn of Vishnu Prasad to ensure that he makes no mistakes and fights off the challenge. Consequently, it was the charged up Vishnu who took the checkered finally with a time of 22 minutes, followed by Rahul Nurani of Mumbai in 2nd place, who was 14 seconds behind Vishnu. And the podium was completed by the winner of the first race, Akhil Ravindra, who finished in 3rd place in this race. The third race was for the LGB Formula cars, and it is this class which might be the smallest in terms of engine size and slowest in terms of speed. But it is here that young drivers get their first taste of open-wheel racing. So it's no surprise that it makes for an action-packed race with plenty of close driving and overtaking. This was an 8-lap race and on the twisty 5.1-kilometer Bush circuit, and after the few opening laps it was the seasoned Daljit TS racing for Team Dark Dawn who went into the lead and managed to hold it, although he was initially challenged by Vishnu Prasad, the young driver who is racing in both the open wheel categories in the championship as well as the karting championship in an attempt to win it all. And so far he is also a title contender in all these three categories as well. Vishnu in this race eventually finished on the podium in second place, and he was followed in the third place by Rahul Rangaswamy to complete the podium for the LGB Race 3 in the third round of the JK Tyre National Racing Championship.